What's up, weekenders? I'm Corbin and welcome to my channel. And today we're out here in the beautiful Mount Charleston, which is just north of Las Vegas, Nevada. And I'm gonna do a little bit of camping with some friends out here at Fletcher View Campground. Super nice little campground, nothing crazy. We're just getting away for the 4th of July weekend. But before we set up, I figured I would show you guys all my gear. If you saw my last video, I did a breakdown of my 2021 Big Bend Bronco where I showed off wheels, tires, bumpers, sliders, skids, all that kind of stuff. And this video I figured I would do like a POV walk around of what I keep in my Bronco day to day and what I bring out for camping and kind of a little bit longer trips. So let's head over to the Bronco and we'll start over there. Okay, so if you're new here, I have a 2021 Big Bend Ford Bronco in antimatter blue, running 35s, full parts coilover lift. And yeah, if you want to see more on this, go check out my last video where I did like a build breakdown of all the parts that are on the outside. So we're just going to jump into this. We're going to start on the inside of the Bronco. I haven't cleaned up any of this. This is literally just how I leave everything in my Bronco from day to day. And we'll go through that, and then we'll go through some of the camping gear that I usually take out on camping trips. So let's jump right into it. We're going to start here on the door where I have these molly panels. So these are flat molly panels. Some companies, they do you know, the molly panels that kind of stick out a little bit, or the factory bungee ones. I don't like either of those options because it's not very organized in my opinion. And I know some people want big water bottles, but for me, I rather have something like a bag where I can put stuff inside. So on this side, I just kind of leave, you know, stuff that I want to grab, you know, sunglass cleaners, etc. This is where I keep a little bit of self-protection sometimes, and I also keep a knife over here. And there's also still a little bit of room on the back side of it where I keep, you know, little microfibers and stuff like that. And then yeah, we'll move over here. I've talked about this. This is my 6.7 Designs rail mount. It's where I keep my phone. In the center console, don't really keep much, just kind of messy, just random stuff. I like not having a ton of stuff jammed in here. I do have this little 2 shelf organizer that goes in there. Got that off of Amazon, super cheap, and it works well. And that pretty much does it for the driver's seat. So we're just going to keep walking around. I have the same setup in the rear door. All the way around, I have like these flat molly panels in bags. I like this setup better. You can put any molly panel bag that you want on it. It sits nice and flush, and you still have a little bit of room for some random stuff. Tire deflators, keep a bunch of radios in here, extra batteries, and yeah, that's kind of like my little radio section. And then I usually always keep like a little shop blanket in here. You can get these from Harbor Freight. Super nice to have when you're out on a trail. You just kind of throw it on the ground if it's dirty, if you need to get up underneath your Bronco. Always keep a hat just in case it's sunny. I live in Vegas, so I don't want my dome to get burned all the time. And then up top is where I actually keep my max tracks, and I also keep a longboard sometimes, depending on what I'm doing. These are just Amazon max tracks. A lot of people will say you need to get the really nice ones. I'm sure the nice ones are a lot better, but these cheap ones do get you by. I have used them. Obviously, they're a little ground down, and it's gotten me out of some sticky situations. So if you can't afford the expensive ones, the cheap Amazon ones are still nice to have. This way you don't run into you know, getting stuck out on the trail or in the sand. And yeah, so we're gonna move around to the back now, and this is some of the stuff that I keep just regularly in the back. I always keep my air down kit. So this is a 4-way air down hose kit from Thor's Lightning. Super cool. It's just a simple, you know, air hose essentially that allows you to air up and air down your tires. This is a flag. I always keep a flag in here in case you go to like some OHV parks. They require flags, sand dunes, so I always keep that in my Bronco. I just have a simple little homemade hookup right here. It just kind of clips on there, and no big deal. I always keep an extra blanket. I keep a hammock in this little extra pocket. If you don't have a subwoofer, you have like this little pocket right here. I always just keep a hammock. Never know when you want a hammock. Jump starter. So from LosFit, they make some cool stuff. They've been a big supporter of my channel. for a while now, and they make a bunch of cool stuff, and one of them is this 12 volt and 24 volt lithium ion jumper pack. Go check it out, super cool. Links in bio if you want to get one of these. They actually have a crazy offer right now, $100 off. If you use code WW100, you'll actually get $100 off of this guy. Super light, it can jump pretty much anything. So yeah, never leave home without a jumper pack. Good to have. I usually always have a fire extinguisher. I used to have it mounted to the roll bar, but it really gets in the way of the soft top. So I'm trying to find a new location to put this. So if you have a good idea of where I should mount this to, let me know. All right, so I moved some of the stuff out of the way so that we can get up underneath. Lost Fit floor mats. They also make floor mats, lights, all sorts of stuff. And but yeah, up underneath, if you don't know, your Bronco has a little cubby hole under here, and this is where I keep just a bunch of random stuff. So I got some soft shackles just chilling in here. The factory jack. I keep an extra little tire pressure gauge. These lights are super nice to have. They're like emergency lights. So if you ever you know, have a road emergency, you put these out. Way better than little like reflective triangles. You can get these off of Amazon for super cheap, and I forget what they're exactly called, but if you go check out my links on my Instagram, I have a link to these under Overland recommendations. So yeah, definitely go check these out. All right, I also have a tire repair kit. Never leave home without a tire repair kit. Also get some stems, and yeah, it's got everything that you need. It's got plugs, glue, little T-handles, and yeah, I always suggest everyone has a tire repair kit. Could really save the day. Gloves, zip ties, little air hose thing for my air compressor, extra jumper pack just in case. Now, this is just a cheap toe strap. You're not going to want to use this in any kind of real situations, but always keep one in the Bronco just in case, you know, you ever come across somebody in the road that's got a light car that just needs a little tug. Something like this would work pretty well. A couple D-rings and some straps. And yeah, that's pretty much all I keep back here. And yeah, let's keep moving around the Bronco. All right, so over on the passenger side rear door, same deal. These little molly panels just kind of screw in random stuff, bungee cord, lights and whatnot. In this pack I leave, you know, flashlights and stuff like that, a little headlamp. It's kind of like my little lighting bag. And all right, moving up to the front seats. So same deal, little molly panel. This is where I keep just like some grab and go kind of stuff. Sunscreen, you know, poncho, earplugs, compass, little just random things just kind of go in this pouch over here. Also in my center console, or a glove box, I guess you could say, I don't leave much in here because I like to have a little bit of room to organize and just kind of throw stuff if I need to. Bronco toolkit also stays in here, up and out of the way. Also in the front seat, on my longer trips, I usually always have a Jackery. This way I can power up all my camera gear for when I'm filming, you know, these kind of videos. So charging station charges up my passenger bag, which is usually all my camera gear. Over here, I also have another molly panel that attaches to the grab handle over here. This is where I keep a lot of the stuff that I want to have quick access to, like a little med pouch, a radio, a tourniquet, and some bear spray or human spray. You never know. So yeah, I suggest you always have a med pouch. Even if it's just for a little cut, you'll at least have some band-aids and whatnot. So I always suggest having that, and that pretty much does it for the Bronco. And that's pretty much what I leave in my Bronco for the day today. So let's head over here to this bench, and we're going to talk about some of the stuff that I bring camping. All right, so this is a lot of the stuff that I'll take camping with me. Depending on the trip, I'll take more or less, but I kind of overpacked for this little getaway trip to a campground. But I wanted to show you guys a bunch of my random stuff that I take with me. So let's just jump right into it. We'll start off with these crates. So I organize a lot of my random stuff in these little ammo crates. I'm pretty sure you can just get them on Amazon. I think I got mine from Academy Sports. Yeah, they're super nice. They're just kind of cheap little totes that are good for organizing all your stuff. So this is just kind of raw how it is. I just kind of throw stuff in there. So like this one is going to be like kind of like my kitchen stuff. Pots and pan set, little bowls. I use metal plates. This way I can just wash them and reuse them. Propane, little propane grill, tongs, stuff like that, silverware. And yeah, that's what's going to live in this one. In my next tote is going to be kind of like a little food tote. Paper towels kind of live in there too. And then just like some random food, MREs, tinfoil bags, you know, spices, condiments, you know, just random food, kind of just a little random food storage. And this other one is just going to be like random camping gear that you're going to want. So a little toilet paper bag where I keep some toilet paper, little string lights. These are super cool, good for lighting up your campsite. This is just like a little cheap little shower. You never know when you're going to be out in the middle of nowhere, maybe want to take a shower. So I just kind of leave this in there. You fill it up with water and you're able to take a shower. Gloves, trash bag, shovel, you know, little bug scent stuff, towel, hand warmers, little fishing kit, fire starters, lighter, just kind of miscellaneous camping gear just kind of lives in this one. And then I also have a Dometic water jug. I believe it's 5 gallons, either it's 4 or 5 gallons. I think it's actually 4. But yeah, it's just a little Dometic water jug. They do have like it's a little electronic spout that I don't have that can go in this, and it can actually like be like a little faucet, which is kind of cool. But super sturdy, nice little water jug. Always bring water with you on trips. You never know when you're gonna need it. I also have a clean waste toilet. So if you're somewhere that doesn't have a toilet, this is just like a little pop out toilet seat, so you can, you know, do your business and whatnot. So worth having. They are a little expensive. I think these are like over $100, but you know, $100 and you have a nice place to use the restroom rather than, you know, nothing. As far as grilling goes, I have this little Spark camp grill, which is made by Eureka. Super nice little grill. It's just like a little, you can tell I've used it recently. It's just like a little griddle kind of grill. It uses butane, which is nice for higher elevation kind of stuff. And yeah, I've been using this for a while now. It actually works really good. Cook pretty much anything on it but eggs. So you're definitely gonna need to put like a pan on it or something if you want to cook eggs. But it's really good. You just kind of throw your food on it, cook it up, and you're good to go. So yeah, this thing's super cool. I like this better than like the, you know, the Coleman style grills. Below that, I don't run a fridge, mostly just because they're extremely expensive. And I have this Arctic. I've been using this Arctic for probably 5 years now, and it's been holding up great. You can't go wrong with these Arctics or Yeti. Yeti's really good too, and they hold ice forever and they work well. This is the 45 quart. I usually put it in the back seat, and yeah, that's just kind of what I throw all my cold beverages and food into. All right, so for my Jackery power bank, I also have this Jackery solar panel. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, you want a way to recharge your batteries and your power banks. So Jackery has this cool little folding solar panel, 100 watt, gets the job done pretty well. I usually only take this if I'm really going on like long trips or I'm gonna be out in the middle of nowhere. And as far as lighting goes, I have this Devos camp light. This thing is absolutely nuts. It puts out an absolute ton of light. It's like having stadium lights at your campsite. It folds out and extends up super high using these extend out poles. It's got little covers so you can have, you know, red, amber, white light. It's also directional, so you can have it you know, all 4 sides lit up, or 3, 2, or 1. This thing is unbelievably cool. I highly suggest you go check them out. I've been extremely impressed with the Devos lights. I also have some camp chairs, just random little cheap chairs, little Ozark Trail one, and then I have like a little bit lower one to the ground. This is actually the tent that I've been using most recently. This is going to be the Camprite tent cot. Now these things are super cool, and they fold down pretty well. This is everything. This is my pillow, sleeping bag, everything, cot and tent all in this one bag. So it's super organized and it's pretty light too. So actually I'm going to go ahead and set this up so I can show this to you guys real quick. All right, like I was saying, this is my tent cot, and I've been really liking this option lately because it gets you off the ground, which is really nice, so you don't have to deal with, you know, rocks and such like that. This is the 1-person variant, or the original. They do make them in like a queen size version, so if you want to sleep 2 people, you can totally do that. And it's got a bunch of ventilation through doors and doors on either end. And it's super fast to put up and super fast to take down. I will say, if you're camping in wet environments, make sure that you do get the optional rain fly to go over it to make it waterproof. And yeah, that's been my sleeping setup for a while, and I really like it. I also have a front runner little pop-out tent. It's like a circular tent that doesn't require any setting up of poles. It just kind of pops open. It's kind of like a backup tent in case I don't want to use my Camprite tent. As far as hiking gear goes, this is my little hiking bag that I'll take with me. It's just a little water pouch that I leave some random stuff in, like gloves, flashlight, water purifier, more bear spray, and a little bit of food. And then it's also got a decent amount of water in it. So if you do a bunch of hiking, definitely have a bag with that kind of stuff in it. And then this is just a little clothes bag for all my clothes for my adventures. And all right guys, that pretty much does it for everything that I leave in my Bronco day to day, and some of the stuff that I bring with me on my camping trips and a little bit longer adventures. I know I just kind of briefly went over everything super quick, but I hope it gave you guys a cool idea of some of the stuff that I bring, and maybe gave you guys some ideas of stuff that you want to add to your adventure kit. And I'll do my best to link as many of these products as I can in the link below so that you guys can find them. But some of my friends are about to show up, and we're gonna enjoy this 4th of July weekend. So with that being said, get out, have a good time, go find an adventure, and we'll catch you guys at the next waypoint.